Hello everyone, welcome. Today's video is the story of my journey to print this colorful manta ray on a bamboo printer. Initially, this print would have wasted 91 grams of filament. But by the end of all my tests, we managed to reduce that to just 28 grams, a 70% reduction. Printing in multiple colors is a blessing in my opinion. It brings your model to life straight out of the printer. But that blessing can quickly feel like a curse when you see how much material is wasting during these color changes. So today, I'm going to show you everything I've learned about optimizing color swaps on bamboo printers to make the most out of your filament. Our story begins with this little axolotl model. When I sliced this file, the actual model only needed 7 grams of filament. But the default purge settings use an additional 56 grams just for color changes. That's 8 times more filament wasted than used on the model itself. It makes no sense. Then I asked myself, how do we make this kind of print worth it? Luckily, there are a few basic tips for optimizing this printing process. For example, by filling the print bed with multiple models, you can make better use of the purge materials. I tested this by printing one axolotl and then filling the bed with 11 copies. The result, both setups wasted the same 62 grams of filament, but in the second case, I printed 11 models instead of one. That's optimization in action. But that's not exactly a test, and a lot of people already know that. So let's keep on investigating. Another common question we get a lot is, why not use the purge filament in the model's infill or supports? While I do that sometimes, especially in supports, I avoid it for smaller models because it can lead to bleeding between colors. For instance, in prints where white transitions to black, even a small amount of leftover color can ruin the look. And the savings often less than 1 gram. So for smaller models, it's usually not worth it. However, for larger prints, using a purge filament in the infill can make a significant difference. Let me show you. For example, we printed this gigantic cat model, and by using the purge filament in its infill, we were able to reduce the waste by 139 grams to 110 grams. That is roughly 20-ish grams of filament that we were able to save. So it's a little bit more than 10%. So it became clear to us that we needed to evaluate the real issue, calibrating purge volumes. A maker named Silf created a purge calibration test to figure out exactly how much filament needs to be purged doing a color change. This test is really cool because it's able to show us exactly how much do we need for switching from red to white. And it only needed 275 cubic millimeters of filament instead of the default 675 cubic millimeters of filament. That's less than half. Similarly, for switching from red to white, I only needed 100 cubic millimeters compared to the default 350 cubic millimeters of filament. And that per se is a huge saving. So when we reapply these calibrated values and slice the axolotl again, the result reduced the purge waste from 62 grams to 28 grams. And all it took was a few adjustments in the slicer. I think this tip alone is already worth your like and the following on our page. So if you liked it, please do. And let's go into the next tip that is going to be the real life changer. Another maker, Leon Fisher, took the optimization a step further by modifying the printer G-code to control where the filament is cut during the color change. Luckily, Bambu has already introduced this feature onto the new version of the Bambu Studio, and now we can control it directly at the slicer. By pulling the filament slightly before cutting, you reduce the leftover material that needs to be purged. This technique, combined with the calibrated purge volumes, brought the axolotl's purge waste down to just 18 grams, achieving a 70% reduction from the original settings. Now with that update, we don't need to change the G-code, but if you want to do so and really investigate yourself, you can do because we're leaving the link for this test here on the description of the video. And now to do that, you can click on this icon right here and it's going to open the filament settings, and you can go on setting overrides, and there's this new feature right here called long retraction when cut. You click on it both times and it's going to show up this little pop-up right here that you can click OK, because it does increase a little bit the probability that you will get a clog. However, on our tests, we had not encountered this issue at all, so we feel pretty safe to recommend you to do that. The retraction distance is going to be kept on 18, but we tried 22 and it still worked. The Bambu Studio slicer is not going to allow you to do that. It's going to cap on 18, but we tried with 22 and we did not have any clogs. So the 18 is already enough, and it's already going to save you a lot of filament. Now let's apply these settings to the manta ray and see how much filament we can save. That save on filament, you can either lower the price of that print if you sell that print, or you can just have an increase on your margin. Alright, so slicing down the mental rate with the default settings is going to give you this result. 80.19 grams of filament for the model, 116.83 grams of filament for the flush, and 17.47 grams of filament for the tower, totaling 214.50 grams of filament. All right, so let's put it over there. So I'm going to apply all of this data to our cost calculator spreadsheet that is going to be in the description of this video, so you can use it as well. All right, so this is our cost calculator. I'm going to give you a very fast overview over the calculator, and then I'm going to make a much more detailed video explaining how to properly use it. All right, first of all, we have the STL, where you are going to insert which model you're printing, the time it took, weight, and how much purge you used. We also have the cost tab, where you're going to insert the material you're using, PLA in this case, how much you paid for it, and it's going to automatically calculate how much you spent on filament alone. You're also going to insert which printer you are using, which in our case here is an A1 combo. The power that this printer has in this case is 1300 watts, and it's going to come down with the power usage. What we figured out by testing the actual amount of power used is that one printer does not use the full power at all times. What it uses really is almost like 40% of the power. So in this case, we're calculating 50% just to be safer. And the cost per kilowatt hour that you need to extract from your electricity bill. If you have any packaging or accessories, if you have any fixed costs, and how many units a month you can manufacture of that model that you are calculating, the lifespan of your printer, and how much does it cost, and your average percentage of failure. All right, so let's calculate, and then I'm going to explain to you how this translates to the price that you are going to apply when you are selling these models. All right, so manta ray is the name of the model. The time it took, let's get from Bambu Studio. It took 14 hours and 36 minutes. So let's go back, equals 14 hours. And then important thing, we need to use everything as fractions of hours. So I'm going to add that to 36 divided by 60, because this is going to give me a fraction of an hour. So 14.60 fractions of an hour. And then on the weight, I'm going to get the total weight of the model, the tower, and the purge. Because doing all that, I'm going to calculate exactly how much filament I used in the process. Okay, so let's get that number. 214.50. 214.50. And let's see how much we have purged in here. So the flushed is 116.83. I could also include here the tower, because the tower is also filament that we have wasted. So we're going to put all the wasted filament onto that section. Now, if we calculate all that, what we are going to see is that we have the total cost, considering the material that I'm paying $17 a kilo, and considering the power usage as well, of $5.68 as a cost to manufacture the Stingray. Now I'm calculating a markup on price of 3 times, so we can get the final price to our final customer. And then the customer price is going to be at $17.04, giving you a gross profit of $11.36. And if you add here your taxes and your credit card fee, and eventually if you're running ads, you will get your liquid profit, discounting all of those. And then if you also want to sell to resellers, you can sell to them at $8.52, because then they are able to sell at their customers for the same $17.04, and you'll still have a gross profit of $2.84 per manta ray sold. That does seem quite a bit, so let's optimize with all the techniques we've learned in this video and see how much we can reduce the price of this model, make it easier for you to sell. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna go on flushing volumes, as we did for the first test, and let's change from red to 150. Tá, tá, tá. 225. Okay, so now that we have our optimized manta ray, we have 146.72 grams of filament. So let's apply that back on our cost calculator spreadsheet. Okay, so now we came from the original 134.30 grams of filament wasted to 66.54 grams of filament wasted. That's a huge reduction from the first one to the second one, using both techniques that we have explained in this video. Your cost is gonna get down from $6.68 to $4.48. That's more than $1 reduction from the original price. And if you still apply the same markup on price of 3 times, as I mentioned, you're gonna go from the original $17 to $13.24. So you can sell that at $12.50, at $12.99. So you will have much more possibilities of selling it. It's more likely to be purchased because it has a much more inviting price. But that's not over, because you can also use more than one single manta ray and optimize this even further, because you are going to use the same amount of filament wasted for more than one product, as we showed in the axolotl in the beginning of the video. Okay, so I was able to fit 4 manta rays on one single A1 bed, and now let's apply these numbers to our cost calculator and see the size of the reduction this time. Okay, so now applying the numbers to the cost calculator, you can see the time increased quite a bit. We have now 32 hours, so it's a long print. It's going to take a while for you to print that. The weight went all the way up to 386 grams of filament, 0.95. So we're using almost half a spool on it, and the purge stays the same, 66.54. So now you were printing almost 4 times the amount you are wasting. So you're wasting 25% of your filament. I don't know, that's still much better than where we started all that, right? And your total cost on this print is going to be $10.94 divided by the 4 units. So the unit cost now, it's $2.73. It's incredibly less than how it was. And the consumer price for this same manta ray, now it's $8.20. If you were able to sell that at $12.50, now with $8.20, you can either decrease the price if you wish to do so because you have the same margin, or you can keep on the old price and gain everything else on margin. That's your business becoming more profitable and more sustainable as well. And also here, the reseller gets really happy because you're going to sell for him each one of these at $4. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be able to sell that at a profit. And the more profit he has, more manta rays he's going to buy from you. So this was the entire optimization and how much that translates into cost reduction for you, or even gains on your margin. Looking back, it's incredible how much of a difference these changes made. From basic customizations like filling the print bed to purge calibration and advanced configurations such as the long retraction when changing colors. These techniques transform the way we can approach multicolor printing and be much more efficient. So regardless if you sell your prints or if you just print for yourself, being smart on configuring your printers and planning your prints ahead can save you a lot of money in the long run, or make your business more profitable in the long run as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget that we have our Black November promo running. It's only 1,000 spots, so I cannot guarantee that by the time you're watching this video, it will still be available. But if it does, it's STLFLIX and STL Academy Lifetime, where you can access the models that I showed you in this video, but also all of these tips, techniques, and much more knowledge that we have on all of our courses on STL Academy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.